Today I want to talk to you about something simple, something natural, something powerful, and yet something many people are quietly missing every single day. It's called vitamin D, and I often say this with care and honesty. Vitamin D is not just a vitamin, it acts like a hormone, and it plays a role in almost every system of your body. Especially as we age, our relationship with vitamin D becomes more important than ever before because it supports strength, balance, immunity, mood, and even the way our body handles inflammation. When your vitamin D levels are healthy, your body feels more resilient, more grounded, more capable of healing itself. As we get older, our skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight. That means the same sun exposure you had in your younger years may no longer be enough today. This is not a failure of your body, it's simply a reminder that your body has new needs now. And listening to those needs is an act of self-respect. Vitamin D supports bone density, helping reduce the risk of fractures and weakness. But it also supports muscle strength, which means better balance and fewer falls. Strong muscles protect independence, and independence is deeply connected to quality of life. One of the most beautiful things about vitamin D is how closely it connects to nature. Gentle sunlight in the morning or late afternoon can help your body produce it naturally. Even 10 to 20 minutes a few times a week can make a meaningful difference. When you step outside, you're not just helping your vitamin D levels, you're calming your nervous system, improving circulation, and giving your mind a moment to breathe. Sunlight helps regulate your sleep cycle, which is critical for healing and energy, especially in older adults. But vitamin D does not work alone. It works best when supported by a nourishing diet. Foods like fatty fish, eggs, mushrooms exposed to sunlight, and fortified dairy or plant milks can help maintain healthy levels. Pairing vitamin D with healthy fats like olive oil, nuts, and seeds improves absorption and allows your body to use it more effectively. Your body is incredibly intelligent, and when you give it the right tools, it knows exactly what to do. Light exercise plays a powerful role here as well. You don't need intense workouts or long hours at the gym. Simple daily movement is enough. Walking, gentle stretching, tai chi, or light resistance exercises help activate muscles and bones, allowing vitamin D to do its job more efficiently. Movement improves blood flow, delivers nutrients where they are needed, and keeps joints flexible. When you move your body, you are sending a message to every cell that life is still active, still purposeful, still moving forward. Lifestyle habits matter more than people realize. Chronic stress can interfere with how your body uses nutrients, including vitamin D. Taking time to slow down, to breathe deeply, to disconnect from constant worry allows your body to heal. Sleep is another critical factor. Deep, restorative sleep helps regulate hormones and immune function, and vitamin D plays a role in sleep quality as well. When you prioritize rest, you are not being lazy, you are being wise. There is also a powerful connection between vitamin D and mood. Low levels are often associated with feelings of fatigue, sadness, or lack of motivation. Many older adults assume this is just part of aging, but often it's the body asking for support. When vitamin D levels improve, many people notice clearer thinking, brighter mood, and more emotional stability. Hope becomes easier to feel when your body is nourished properly. But beyond the physical benefits, I want you to understand something deeper. Taking care of your vitamin D levels is a form of self-belief. It's a reminder that your health still matters, that your body is still capable of improvement, and that it is never too late to feel better. Aging does not mean decline by default. Aging means adaptation, awareness, and intention. A positive mindset amplifies everything we've talked about. When you believe that small changes can create real results, your nervous system relaxes, your body responds more efficiently, and healing becomes more accessible. Speak kindly to yourself. Celebrate small victories. A short walk, a nourishing meal, a moment in the sun, these are not small things. They are acts of care, and care accumulates. You don't need perfection. You don't need to change everything at once. Start with awareness. Ask yourself if you're getting enough sunlight, enough movement, enough nourishment, enough rest. Vitamin D becomes a symbol of balance between nature, body, and mind. When those three work together, your health becomes more stable, more sustainable, and more joyful. Vitamin D is often called a vitamin, but in reality it behaves more like a hormone, quietly influencing nearly every system in the human body in ways most people never fully realize. Once vitamin D enters the bloodstream, it does not simply sit in one place or perform one small task. It communicates with cells, sends signals, and helps regulate important processes that keep the body stable and resilient. This is especially important as we grow older because the body becomes more sensitive to imbalances and slower to recover from stress, illness, or injury. When vitamin D levels are healthy, the body is better equipped to maintain strength, coordination, and internal balance in a natural and supportive way. One of the most well-known roles of vitamin D is its effect on bone health, but this role goes far beyond preventing weakness. Vitamin D helps the body absorb calcium and phosphorus properly, allowing bones to remain dense, flexible, and strong rather than brittle. Strong bones provide a solid foundation for movement and posture, reducing the risk of fractures that can dramatically impact independence later in life. But bones do not exist on their own. They work in harmony with muscles, and vitamin D plays a critical role there as well. It supports muscle contraction, strength, and coordination, which directly affects balance and stability during everyday activities like walking, standing, or reaching. Vitamin D also plays a powerful role in the immune system. It helps regulate immune responses so the body can defend itself without becoming overly inflamed. A well-balanced immune system means fewer infections, faster recovery, and a lower risk of chronic inflammatory conditions that slowly drain energy over time. As people age, immunity naturally weakens, making vitamin D an essential ally in maintaining resilience and resistance. When the immune system functions smoothly, the body feels safer internally, and that sense of stability allows healing processes to work more efficiently. Another important but often overlooked benefit of vitamin D is its effect on mood and mental clarity. Vitamin D receptors are found in areas of the brain involved in emotion and cognition. When levels are low, people may experience fatigue, lack of motivation, or a persistent sense of heaviness that is mistakenly accepted as a normal part of aging. Adequate vitamin D supports neurotransmitter balance, helping promote a steadier mood, clearer thinking, and a greater sense of emotional well-being. This mental clarity encourages movement, social connection, and engagement with life. What makes vitamin D truly special is how deeply it integrates with the body's overall rhythm. It supports sleep regulation, hormonal balance, and cellular repair. Rather than acting as a quick fix, it works quietly and consistently, strengthening the body from the inside out. When vitamin D levels are supported, the body is better able to adapt, recover, and maintain vitality over time. This makes vitamin D not just a nutrient, but a foundational element of long-term health and graceful aging. As people grow older, the body naturally changes the way it produces and uses nutrients, and vitamin D is one of the most affected. In younger years, the skin efficiently converts sunlight into vitamin D with relatively little exposure. Over time, this process slows down, meaning that even if an older adult spends the same amount of time outdoors, the body may still produce significantly less vitamin D than before. This is not a flaw or a failure of the body, but a normal biological shift that calls for greater awareness and intentional care. Understanding this change is empowering, because awareness allows us to make small adjustments that protect health and independence. Another factor that affects vitamin D production with age is lifestyle. Many older adults spend more time indoors due to work habits, mobility limitations, climate, or simple routine. Windows block the type of ultraviolet light needed to produce vitamin D, so indoor sunlight does not provide the same benefit. Clothing that covers most of the skin, sunscreen use, and limited outdoor movement further reduce the body's ability to create vitamin D naturally. These habits are often necessary or practical, but they increase the importance of being mindful about vitamin D levels and finding safe, balanced ways to support them. The digestive system also changes with age, which can affect how nutrients are absorbed and used. Even when vitamin D is consumed through food or supplements, the body may not absorb it as efficiently as it once did. This means older adults often need more consistency rather than more quantity. Regular exposure to natural light, steady dietary choices, and supportive lifestyle habits become more effective than occasional extreme efforts. The body responds best to gentle, repeated signals that it can trust. Hormonal shifts that occur with aging also influence how vitamin D functions in the body. Vitamin D interacts closely with other hormones that regulate bone density, muscle strength, and immune function. When these systems are already under pressure from aging, low vitamin D levels can quietly amplify weakness, stiffness, fatigue, or slow recovery. Many people assume these symptoms are unavoidable, but in reality, they are often signs that the body needs more support rather than resignation. What makes this stage of life so important is that intentional care can still make a meaningful difference. Paying attention to vitamin D levels is a way of staying engaged with one's health rather than reacting only when problems arise. Small choices like stepping outside for a few minutes of sunlight, choosing foods that support nutrient balance, and maintaining gentle movement can help compensate for the body's natural changes. Aging does not mean losing control over health. It means becoming more conscious of what the body needs and responding with patience and respect. When older adults recognize that their bodies have different requirements than before, They can shift from frustration to acceptance, and from acceptance to action. Vitamin D becomes a symbol of this transition, reminding us that health in later years is not about doing more, but about doing what truly matters, consistently and thoughtfully. Gentle sunlight exposure is one of the most natural and effective ways to support healthy vitamin D levels, especially when done with awareness and balance. When sunlight touches the skin, it triggers a process that allows the body to produce vitamin D on its own, without forcing or strain. This process feels simple, but its impact is profound. For older adults, even short periods of sunlight can make a meaningful difference because the body responds best to regular, gentle exposure rather than long or intense sessions. Early morning or late afternoon sunlight is ideal, offering benefits without overwhelming the skin. Spending time in natural light does more than support vitamin D production. It sends a calming signal to the nervous system, helping reduce stress and quiet mental tension. Sunlight helps regulate the body's internal clock, which influences sleep quality, energy levels, and hormone balance. When the body knows when to wake and when to rest, healing processes become more efficient. Many older adults struggle with sleep disturbances, and gentle sunlight exposure during the day can help restore a healthier rhythm, leading to deeper, more restorative rest at night. There is also a powerful emotional effect associated with sunlight. Natural light stimulates the release of chemicals in the brain that support a positive mood and emotional stability. This is especially important for older adults who may experience feelings of isolation, fatigue, or low motivation. A few minutes outdoors can lift the spirit, clear the mind, and renew a sense of connection with the world. These emotional benefits are not separate from physical health. They directly influence immune strength, digestion, and recovery. Gentle sunlight often encourages movement, which further enhances its benefits. A slow walk outside, light stretching near a window, or simply sitting in fresh air engages the body in a relaxed and natural way. This movement improves circulation, allowing vitamin D and other nutrients to be delivered more efficiently to tissues and muscles. The combination of light and movement creates a positive feedback loop that supports strength, balance, and overall vitality without strain. Safety and moderation are key. The goal is not prolonged sun exposure or discomfort, but consistency and comfort. Even 10 to 20 minutes a few times a week can support the body's needs. Covering sensitive areas, staying hydrated, and listening to the body's signals help ensure that sunlight remains a healing influence rather than a stressor. When approached with respect, sunlight becomes a gentle partner in health rather than a risk. Incorporating sunlight into daily life is less about effort and more about intention. It is a reminder to pause, breathe, and reconnect with nature. Over time, these small moments accumulate, supporting vitamin D levels, calming the mind, and reinforcing the body's natural ability to heal and maintain balance as the years move forward. Vitamin D does not work in isolation, and its true power is revealed when it is supported by a nourishing and balanced diet. The body is designed to use nutrients in combination, not separately, and vitamin D relies on other dietary elements to be absorbed and utilized effectively. Because vitamin D is fat-soluble, it requires healthy fats to move through the digestive system and enter the bloodstream. Without enough supportive fats, even adequate vitamin D intake may not deliver the full benefits the body needs, especially in older adults whose digestion may already be more sensitive. Foods that naturally contain or support vitamin D play an important role in maintaining steady levels. Fatty fish such as salmon or sardines, eggs, and mushrooms exposed to sunlight offer gentle nutritional support. Fortified foods like dairy or plant-based milks can also help fill in gaps when sunlight exposure is limited. When these foods are paired with healthy fats such as olive oil, avocados, nuts, or seeds, absorption becomes more efficient. This combination allows the body to recognize, transport, and use vitamin D in a way that feels natural and sustainable. A balanced diet also supports the systems that vitamin D influences, including bones, muscles, and the immune response. Nutrients like magnesium, calcium, and zinc work alongside vitamin D to maintain strength and resilience. When the diet lacks variety or essential minerals, vitamin D cannot perform its role fully, no matter how much is consumed. This is why focusing on overall dietary quality matters more than fixating on a single nutrient. The body thrives on harmony, not excess. Digestive health becomes increasingly important with age, and gentle, whole foods are easier for the body to process and absorb. Highly processed foods can interfere with nutrient uptake and increase inflammation, making it harder for vitamin D to support healing. Choosing simple, nourishing meals helps the digestive system work more smoothly, allowing nutrients to reach the cells that depend on them. Eating slowly, staying hydrated, and paying attention to hunger and fullness signals further enhance this process. There is also a psychological benefit to mindful eating. Preparing balanced meals and choosing nourishing foods reinforces a sense of self-care and respect for the body. This mindset supports healthier habits overall and encourages consistency rather than short-term effort. When nutrition becomes a form of care rather than restriction, the body responds with improved energy and stability. Supporting vitamin D through diet is not about perfection or strict rules. It is about creating an environment in which the body feels supported and safe. Over time, consistent, balanced nutrition allows vitamin D to do what it is meant to do, strengthening the body from within and supporting long-term health with calm and steady effectiveness. A light daily exercise plays a vital role in allowing vitamin D to express its full benefits in the body, especially as we grow older. Movement sends a clear message to the body that strength, balance, and coordination are still needed and still valued. Vitamin D supports muscle function at a cellular level, but muscles must be gently activated for that support to translate into real-world strength and stability. Simple activities like walking, gentle stretching, light resistance exercises, or practices such as Tai Chi allow muscles to respond naturally without strain or exhaustion. As muscles engage, circulation improves, helping nutrients like vitamin D, oxygen, and minerals reach tissues more efficiently. This improved blood flow supports muscle repair, joint health, and bone strength, reducing stiffness and discomfort that often discourage movement in older adults. When movement feels safe and manageable, the body becomes more willing to participate, creating a cycle of increased confidence and physical ability. Over time, this consistency supports better posture, smoother movement, and reduced risk of falls. Light exercise also enhances the connection between muscles and the nervous system. Vitamin D contributes to muscle signaling and coordination, but regular movement keeps these pathways active and responsive. This is particularly important for balance and reaction time, which help protect independence during everyday activities. Even short periods of movement practiced regularly reinforce these pathways and help the body move with greater ease and assurance. There is a powerful emotional component to gentle exercise as well. Movement stimulates the release of chemicals in the brain that support a positive mood and mental clarity. When combined with healthy vitamin D levels, this effect can reduce feelings of fatigue, frustration, or low motivation. Many older adults avoid exercise because they associate it with discomfort or pressure, but gentle movement reframes exercise as nourishment rather than obligation. This shift in perspective allows the body to relax and benefit more fully. Light exercise also supports joint health by maintaining flexibility and lubrication within the joints. This makes movement smoother and less painful, encouraging continued activity. Vitamin D contributes to reduced inflammation, and when paired with regular movement, the body becomes more adaptable and resilient. The goal is not intensity or performance, but consistency and comfort. Incorporating light exercise into daily life does not require special equipment or long sessions. A short walk, a few stretches in the morning, or simple strength movements using body weight are enough to activate the benefits. When movement becomes part of the daily rhythm, vitamin D can do its work more effectively, supporting strength, balance, and independence in a calm and sustainable way. As the years continue to unfold, healthy lifestyle habits create the environment in which vitamin D can truly support healing and balance, especially in older adults. The body does not use nutrients in isolation, and when daily habits are filled with stress, poor sleep, or constant tension, even the best nutrition struggles to do its work. Chronic stress keeps the nervous system in a state of alert, releasing hormones that interfere with digestion, absorption, and immune regulation. In this state, vitamin D cannot be used as efficiently, and the body remains stuck in a cycle of fatigue and slow recovery. Reducing stress does not require drastic changes. Simple practices such as deep breathing, quiet moments of reflection, gentle stretching, or time spent in nature help calm the nervous system. When the body feels safe, it shifts into a healing mode where nutrients are absorbed more effectively and inflammation begins to settle. Vitamin D supports immune balance and muscle function, but it works best when the body is relaxed rather than constantly bracing against stress. Sleep is another essential lifestyle habit that directly influences how vitamin D functions. During deep sleep, the body repairs tissues, regulates hormones, and strengthens immune defenses. Vitamin D plays a role in sleep quality by supporting circadian rhythm and calming inflammatory processes that disrupt rest. Poor sleep, on the other hand, increases inflammation and weakens immunity, creating resistance to healing. Prioritizing consistent sleep times, reducing exposure to artificial light at night, and allowing the body to wind down naturally all help vitamin D support restorative rest. Daily routines also matter more than many people realize. Regular meal times, gentle movement, and consistent exposure to natural light create predictability for the body. This rhythm supports hormonal balance and reduces internal stress. Vitamin D integrates into these rhythms, helping the body respond appropriately to daily demands without becoming overwhelmed. When routines are chaotic or irregular, the body expends more energy adapting, leaving fewer resources for healing. Hydration is another quiet but powerful habit. Water supports circulation, digestion, and cellular communication. Without adequate hydration, nutrients cannot be transported efficiently, limiting the benefits of vitamin D and other supportive elements. Drinking water consistently throughout the day helps maintain balance and supports every system vitamin D influences. Healthy lifestyle habits are not about strict rules or perfection. They are about creating space for the body to function as it was designed to. When stress is managed, sleep is respected, routines are gentle, and the nervous system feels supported, vitamin D can work more effectively. Over time, these habits accumulate, strengthening resilience, supporting recovery, and allowing the body to age with greater comfort and stability. Adequate vitamin D levels are deeply connected to emotional well-being and mental clarity, especially in older adults, and this connection is often overlooked. The brain contains specific receptors for vitamin D, which are involved in regulating mood, cognition, and emotional balance. When vitamin D levels are low, many people experience subtle shifts in energy, motivation, and overall outlook on life. Fatigue, irritability, or a lingering sense of heaviness may appear, and older adults sometimes accept these feelings as an inevitable part of aging. In reality, these are signals from the body that it needs support, and vitamin D is a key element in restoring equilibrium. Vitamin D influences the production and regulation of neurotransmitters in the brain, chemicals that shape how we think, feel, and respond to stress. Balanced neurotransmitter function contributes to steadier moods, sharper thinking, and a more resilient emotional state. When levels are sufficient, older adults often notice improved focus, clearer decision-making, and a greater capacity for enjoyment in daily life. Simple tasks, social interactions, and creative activities become more rewarding because the brain is functioning in a more stable and balanced way. Emotional well-being is not separate from physical health. It is deeply intertwined. When the mind feels brighter and more energized, the body responds with improved coordination, motivation for movement, and willingness to engage in healthy routines. Activities like walking, gentle stretching, or preparing nourishing meals become easier to maintain when mood is elevated, creating a positive feedback loop that reinforces both mental and physical health. Vitamin D plays a subtle but critical role in this loop, supporting resilience in both mind and body. Low vitamin D levels can sometimes exacerbate feelings of isolation or low motivation. Older adults may withdraw from social activities or reduce participation in hobbies they once enjoyed. Supplementing or maintaining healthy vitamin D levels can help restore a sense of vitality, making social connection, engagement, and enjoyment of life more accessible. This mental shift is as important as the physical benefits, because emotional health encourages consistency in self-care and fosters a mindset of hope and possibility. Sleep quality, another critical aspect of emotional well-being, is also influenced by vitamin D. Poor sleep can heighten stress, irritability, and cognitive fog, while adequate vitamin D supports more regular sleep patterns and deeper restorative rest. Improved sleep, in turn, enhances mood, mental clarity, and energy levels, creating a cycle where the mind and body support each other. Older adults who maintain sufficient vitamin D often notice that small changes, like consistent sunlight exposure, gentle movement, and balanced meals, have amplified effects on both emotional and cognitive health. Vitamin D, when combined with mindful lifestyle habits, creates a foundation for a positive mindset. Emotional resilience is strengthened, mental clarity improves, and a greater sense of control over health emerges. Rather than accepting low energy or mood fluctuations as inevitable, older adults can see them as signals to respond with care. By maintaining vitamin D levels, nurturing mental and emotional health, and supporting the body through movement, nutrition, and rest, it becomes possible to approach aging with optimism, balance, and a renewed sense of purpose. A positive mindset and consistent self-care amplify the benefits of vitamin D and create a ripple effect that supports overall health and well-being, especially in older adults. When we approach life with awareness and intention, small, deliberate choices accumulate into meaningful changes. Choosing to spend time in sunlight, preparing nourishing meals, engaging in gentle exercise, and prioritizing rest are all acts of care that reinforce the body's natural ability to heal and maintain balance. These habits are most powerful when combined with a mindset that sees aging not as decline, but as an opportunity for growth, adaptation, and renewed vitality. Believing in the possibility of improvement. even in later years, changes how the body responds to nutrients and lifestyle efforts. The nervous system reacts to mindset, and a calm, hopeful outlook supports better sleep, digestion, circulation, and hormone balance. When vitamin D is present in adequate amounts, the body is better able to utilize it when the mind and spirit are aligned with positive, consistent habits. Conversely, a mindset dominated by doubt, fear, or resignation can limit the effectiveness of even the most careful nutritional or lifestyle practices. Consistency is more important than intensity. Small, repeated actions send a clear signal to the body that it is valued and supported. Daily sunlight, short walks, gentle stretching, and mindful meals create rhythm and predictability, which help maintain energy levels, muscle function, and emotional resilience. Over time, these small steps accumulate, allowing vitamin D to support strength, immunity, and mood more effectively. The key is to focus on what can be done today rather than feeling overwhelmed by what has not been done in the past or may not be achievable in the future. A positive mindset also strengthens motivation. Older adults often face challenges such as reduced mobility, chronic pain, or social isolation, which can create feelings of discouragement. When these challenges are met with a perspective of possibility rather than limitation, it becomes easier to maintain healthy routines. Vitamin D supports physical and mental function, but the mind determines whether these benefits are fully realized. Optimism encourages movement, social engagement, and self-nurturing practices, each of which reinforces the others. Self-care extends beyond the physical to emotional and social well-being. Engaging in activities that bring joy, maintaining meaningful connections, and allowing oneself moments of reflection or gratitude all support the nervous system and hormonal balance. When these elements are combined with proper nutrition, sunlight, and gentle exercise, the effects of vitamin D are amplified, creating a holistic approach to health that addresses body, mind, and spirit. This integrated approach encourages resilience, energy, and a sense of empowerment in older adulthood. Positive thinking is not about ignoring challenges or pretending that difficulties do not exist. It is about approaching life with curiosity, self-respect, and confidence that small, consistent actions can create real improvements. Vitamin D becomes part of this broader strategy, supporting not only physical strength but also emotional stability, mental clarity, and overall vitality. When older adults pair intentional self-care with a hopeful, active mindset, the benefits are cumulative, making it possible to age with grace, energy, and a renewed sense of purpose. Remember, your body is always listening. Every healthy choice you make is heard. Every gentle habit strengthens your future. Vitamin D is one piece of a larger picture, but it's a powerful one, especially as we age. Stay consistent, stay patient, and stay hopeful. Your body wants to support you, and when you support it in return, incredible things can happen.